Green-black rock. I think this matchup is pretty dependent on Meddling Mage knowing what to name and Kitesail Freebooter taking key cards. If he can't, then I think Green-black rock is just going to snatch this.
Is that a Noble Hierarch?
It is.
Okay.
It is the RP2Q promo.
Yep, so he's not on no lands here, technically, but this is a pretty... You know, if he draws a second land on 2, Josh is going to be very good here. If he doesn't, I don't know. I don't like his position.
Yeah. If John right here is just like take your noble, hope you don't draw lands.
Yeah.
And just
stumbling against the green-black deck is not going to be where humans wants to be.
Exactly. And there's so many cards that you want to name with Meddling Mage where like you drop it and you just go Fatal Push and they just like
take the Thalia though.
Okay.
He's going to pump up the champion here. Jundasaur, you are incorrect because neither of them are blue and white. No second land here from Josh. I really don't know about taking that Thalia there. I kind of want to take that Noble Hierarch.
I think he does have a second land. He's got the Overgrown Tomb in his hand. He's got like 3 lands. I think he's deciding which one to play.
No, I'm talking about
for
the
Josh.
Inquisition.
Yeah.
He's going to Thoughtseize here. Does he have a Fatal Push in his hand? Is that what I saw? If he has a Fatal Push, I guess not taking the Thalia is fine.
Yeah, I think that's like his plan. Just like rather than make my spells, I can like deal with the Noble easier than I would be able to a Thalia.
He's going to take the champion or the Thalia's lieutenant here.
Yep. Now he's just actually picking apart things that matter, like things that are going to.
Wait, did John not play a second land?
I guess not. I know he has an Overgrown Tomb. I literally saw it.
I saw it.
It's
yeah,
right there.
I thought he played.
I think he's realizing right now. He's like, oh shit,
I didn't play. Oh, that's bad. Wow. Talk about punishing yourself.
Yeah.
You can see he's really upset about it too. Oh, John. That is brutal. Because I'm pretty sure he has a Fatal Push in his hand. I really hope this Meddling Mage names Fatal Push too, just to get the maximum amount of bad beats.
Yeah, it probably does too. If he goes, oh man, my opponent's on one.
Oh, and he drew a Fatal Push too. Oh God, please tell me it named Fatal Push.
Heck.
I mean, he does have a Collective Brutality in his hand, you know. So either way, he is going to be able to deal with it. Yeah, Jundasaur, you are so right. That is a very big facepalm. And just forgetting to play his land.
That's pretty bad.
You can't do that.
Yeah. So
at this level, you can't forget to do that.
Yes. Yeah, because he even had another Overgrown Tomb in hand. All right, so no Escalate there. Just
did he
kill
not
the dude.
play in the land again?
No, he did. He played the Overgrown Tomb.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You can't play 2 lands in a turn.
Right. You can't make up for what he did.
Yeah. Another Meddling Mage here.
Probably name the same thing.
Name that Fatal Push. Oh man, this game goes so much differently if John just plays that second land on time.
Yeah, he would.
Right now, I think he's just a dog to win, though. He's not even close.
Yeah. AJ, can you get them to like represent what Meddling Mage is naming?
Yeah. So John here just draws a Liliana off the top. Him really not playing that second land is tying up his mana in the worst way here, because now he has to either play this Liliana and nothing else, which just seems bad. Yeah, and he's just going to scoop it up.
Yeah.
Him not playing that land just cost him that whole game, I think.
Yeah, he's like so far behind tempo now.
He would have been able to Fatal Push something in response to that other, to the first Meddling Mage, and he just let it spiral out of control. But from humans, what do we have?
All right, we have Kemball, Console of Allocation, Whirler Rogue, Sin Collector, 2 Dismember, a Direfleet Daredevil, 1 Anafenza the Foremost, 2 Knight of Autumn, 2 Auriok Champion, can't say it, 2 Is It Staticaster, 2 Gaddock Teague.
So does Auriok Champion have protection from black?
I think it's just red.
Is it just red?
I believe so.
Yeah, I was going to say, if that's the case, that's a card I really like here. I like the Whirler Rogue. I really like going big. Making a 3-for-1 seems really good in this type of matchup.
Yeah. Kemball seems pretty good, too. If he's able to land it.
Decent. Yeah. Not the best, because there are a lot of creatures out of this green-black rock deck.
Yeah.
But it is very good.
Yeah, it'll make it so like every time he tries to answer something, he has to take damage for it. So that's fine. All right, and then on the other side, over on Green Black Rock, 1 Engineered Explosive, 1 Nihil Spelled Bomb, 2 Surgical Extraction, 1 Duress, 1 Damping Sphere, 1 Bitter Blossom, 2 Fulminator Mage, 1 Nissa Vital Force, 1 Deathmark, 1 Damnation, 1 Grafdigger's Cage, 1 Kalitas Trader of Get, and 1 Languish. That is a lot of cards.
Yeah, it is a lot of one-ofs here. I like the 1 Languish, the 1 Kalitas. What else? I like the 1 Damnation. I like the 1 Engineered Explosives.
Deathmark too as well. I believe,
Deathmark's
if I remember correctly, that's green or white creature.
I believe so. So if it is green or white, I do like that in this matchup. So he's got a lot of nice tools. We need him to play his lands on time though for him to be able to play these spells.
Yep, for sure.
I actually think he's a heavy favorite in that game 1. If he plays his second land there and he can just deploy his spells on time.
Yeah, for sure.
1 for 1, the threats, play that Liliana on curve.
Yep.
You know, he was doing just fine at that point.
Yeah.
Him forgetting that is what cost him the game, so...
Yeah, I think if he was playing on curve, he could have answered everything and then answered the last threat, played Liliana, and then made him sack the champion of the parish. So then he's just like, has a Liliana and his opponent's on nothing, basically.
Right.
So...
Is there a dumpster fire emoji? I want to see some dumpster fires in the chat.
John's deck is gas.
It is very gas if you play
Rock.
lands.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, Green Black Rock is one of my favorite decks in the format. I'm not a big fan of playing Green Black, but I really like this deck. It's very powerful.
Yep.
It's just you have to play it correctly.
Yeah.
I don't mean to keep harping on that, but honestly, that was unforgivable.
Yeah, it really was. It like immediately lost in the game. I think for the Green-Black deck, it's very as the name Rock would imply, it's a very solid deck. Not flashy. It doesn't do all these crazy things.
It's just a pile of good cards.
It is just a pile of good cards, and not splashing a third color is just like even more solidifying that fact. It's not flashy. It's not getting all these random cards, to do all this extra stuff with 3 mana. I remove stuff, I get a little bit of card advantage, and I win the game.
Let's just hope he doesn't do it again. So we're just going to finish resolving mulligans here. I do like John's side of this matchup, though.
Yeah, I do. I think it wouldn't be anywhere, out of my mind to say John just re-sweeps this back in his favor.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Especially after board. I think he's got a lot of very nice tools. Oh, is he going to do it? There we go.
All right, cool.
All right, we're on the board, guys. We're on the board.
Scoos, huh? That's very interesting. I can't see his hand perfectly. He does have a Tarmogoyf, and then I think 3 more lands. So his hand isn't like super interactive at this point. Yep, 2 more Swamps and then another Blooming Marsh, I think.
Not a very good hand, honestly.
Yeah.
Too many lands.
It is not super interactive. It doesn't really do much, but he does have a 3/3 in the land. So, I mean, he's going to be able to start applying pressure.
I mean, if Josh's hand is...
Not that.
Yeah, if Josh's hand isn't turn 2 Mantis Rider, John's going to be good here. He really needs to start drawing
He does have Fatal Push now.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any way to trigger Revolt.
He does not.
So he's going to be taking 4 every turn here. With the Exalted trigger.
Yep.
He's going to play that Blooming Marsh. Play this for Tarmogoyf and pass
play a
the turn.
Tarmogoyf, yep.
Yeah, life totals. He's at 16.
Yeah.
About to be at 12 here.
Honestly, I think I would have attacked with the Scoos.
Yeah, you can't just sit there doing nothing.
Yeah, he's like, he either blocks it, and then you get the free revolt trigger to kill it, or you just get in free damage, and you're not blocking the Mantis Rider.
Yeah, but you're 2 for winning yourself to do that, but I guess you're really not dealing with it any other way.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, you just kind of have to bite the bullet.
I like taking 1 more turn off and not doing it and maybe drawing something.
Like
leaving that Fatal Push to kill something else if you can.
Yeah.
The old 0/1 Tarmogoyf.
Classic.
Yes, James, attacking with Ooze is not very good. You really can't 2 for 1 yourself. Having said that, he's got nothing going on. James Dabouche.
Yeah, he did Fatal Push the Noble Hierarch in response, which was good. Wow, just double Meddling Mage again. So he's only going to be hit for 3 this turn. And his Tarmogoyf now is a 2/3, which is pretty relevant.
It's relevant, but I really like Josh's position here.
Yeah, I think he could. John though could just like top deck any of his like 4-mana board wipes and just be in perfectly fine.
Yeah, he's really gonna need to find like a Damnation here or something, or a Languish.
Another land.
He's gonna keep top decking land. He's just not where he wants to be.
Does Mantis Rider have first strike or no?
No, it's got flying, haste, and vigilance.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe John's here at 13, and what's that say?
Maelstrom Pulse?
Yeah, that's a good first name. And then the second one's probably Fatal Push or something like that, if I had to guess. Another piece of removal.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is, Fatal Push.
All right, cool.
That is the nice thing about the Rock deck, though, is its removal suite is just so diverse.
Yeah.
That it's not as bad off against Meddling Mage. Although 2 Meddling Mages is pretty rough. Oh, and a Kite Sail freebooter there off the top.
It's not going to get anything, right? His hand is just lands now?
Yeah, but it's giving him that information.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's going to be very relevant here, knowing that he can just deploy his threats. If he had if Josh here really needs a 4th land, though, because he's sitting on a Whirler Rogue.
I wonder if the last turn attacking with the Treetop Village was correct. He has an excess of lands, so like going down a land isn't doing much, and it's a 3/3. So he either has to trade with the Mantis Rider or block with a Meddling Mage, or just take 3, and like he's not doing anything else. And if he blocks, if he somehow kills the land, his Tarmogoyf becomes a 3/4.
And now it's down to a 1/2 again, though.
Yep.
Ooh, and there's the Damnation off the top. So we're still playing Magic here.
Yep. This is exactly where he wants to be.
Though Josh's hand still is full of action.
It is full of action, but answering this Mantis Rider is like really good.
Yeah, it's the first step, is clearing the board away.
And then from here, honestly, which I could see definitely being a very good possibility, is that he just like Damnations, and then for the next like 3 or 4 turns, just like top decks removal spells.
Yeah.
And just starts 1-for-1ing Josh until he has nothing left.
Yeah, really good draw here. I think his best draw off the top next turn would be something like a Liliana the Veil. You know, make a board presence and remove whatever threat that Josh is able to play. Unless Josh can find his 4th land and to play this Whirler Rogue, because Whirler Rogue is actually going to present a very big problem here for Josh. Putting 3 bodies into play, 2 of them with flying, that's really going to be an issue for John's Rock deck to deal with. He's going to have to find another board sweeper, honestly.
Yep.
And he's going to deploy this Damnation here. Pass the turn.
Alright, let's see what Josh does.
Quickly going to untap here, draw. What is that, a Phantasmal Image?
It is.
It's a pretty good draw, honestly. Playing Mayor of Everbrook and pass the turn. Although, him not fighting this 4th land here and not being able to either play a Whirler Rogue or double spell is going to hurt him in the long run if Josh here can find some action.
Yep.
But he's just going to allow him to flip it, which isn't,
If he has nothing, he has nothing.
Yeah,
so.
if he has nothing, it's true.
He's going to get a Wolf at the end of turn, correct? So this is where Josh doesn't want to be, because a lot of his deck is 1-for-1s.
Right, that's why Whirler Rogue is so rough for him.
Yep. He's
offering up the trade.
He's offering up the trade, which is pretty good.
Ooh.
The Dismember?
Yeah, the Dismember. So that alternate art, I wasn't sure what that card was.
Yeah, I had to look for a second, and then I saw the little Phyrexian symbol in the text box. I was like, yep. And then Phantasmal Image, copy the flipped one. Ooh. I was just going to get wolves every turn.
Does it copy the flip side?
Yep.
Wow. Yep. That is a beating for John.
Yep, so now he's wolves and werewolves will get +1/+1, and then he'll start making wolves at the end of turn.
2 wolves that are going to be 4/4s each.
Yes, the actual mayor is going to flip this turn, but he'll still keep the flip side, the Phantasmal Image. So he'll still get 1, at least.
Yeah, that seems good enough to me. That mayor should have flipped, though, right?
Yeah, the mayor should flip at upkeep. Yeah, I think he's calling it out right now.
Yeah. So how's that work with the Phantasmal Image, then?
Copies cannot flip.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting interaction. I wasn't sure how that worked.
Yep. Any card that is, I think the wording is any card that is not double-sided cannot flip. Okay. So complete the text box as much as you can.
Yep.
It's pretty much what it reads.
Fair enough. There's a Kalitas.
That's pretty good.
It's a start. Yeah,
if he starts removing dudes and he starts getting zombies, he could try to claw his way back in. He's still going to have to keep top decking like removal spells after this.
Oh, that's a Reflector Mage off the top here, though, for Josh. And that's just going to spell certain doom here for John.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's just lethal. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's lethal. Yep. He's going to extend the hand there. That game 1 punt really...
It really got him.
We would have had at least a game